everyone, good morning. My name is Jared. Thank you for watching this video. Today we're going to talk about keyboard. Yes, keyboard, not smartphone. Okay. Now, what we do every day, if you are like me in working office, or if you don't work in office also, most of the time if you use the computer, you use keyboard to type in the computer. That is the basic input of it. Now, either you have a laptop with a keypad, or you have a separate PC with a separate keyboard. Now, why is it so important that we talk about this today? Because we spend most of the time to use the keyboard. If you like me, most of the time, every day, every time, and it will cause you have a wrong sitting posture, sitting gestures, and make you like hunchback or something like that. Then you may have a bad bad health, back pain, backache kind of thing. Share with you my experience on the two keyboards that I have. Of course, I have used other keyboard before, but we just start with these two keyboard. Oops, sorry, it's in my the thumbnail here. One is a Razer, one is from Imperion. Alright, so without any further ado, let's zoom in. And I'm going to show you how this keyboard look like and what's my experience on using it. Hopefully you can choose to buy a better keyboard for yourself. Okay, I'm going to show you the first keyboard that I have is the Razer, how you don't know how to pronounce it, is like Cyanosa Chroma. So it's a multicolor RGB gaming keyboard. Now why I choose to have this keyboard is because of the typing experience compared to the mechanic keyboard. So I'm not going to do an open box or whatever, because it's just a box. But just let's do my user experience sharing with you. Is that first and foremost, this is a full size keyboard. Now, because of the shooting angle, a little bit hard to demonstrate to you. But basically, it's like this: when you are typing, you are sitting this way, that your hand, the 10-finger typing, ASDF, a semicolon, LKJ is like this, right? So by looking at this, basically most of the time your hand is in this position. Only when you want to move to your number keypad, then you will move here, right? So it's a distant travel here. And if you want to use your mouse, then you're going to move it here. Then suddenly when you're halfway typing, then you're going to do it here. So it's that the distance, there's a travel distance here. Now just for measurement sake, this is the ruler. Okay, this is like the length of the keyboard is about 44 cm, and to the mouse, okay, I'm sorry that I can't zoom in the mouse there. Let me move a little bit to here. Okay, yeah, then you about like 55 cm. Okay, so the distance travel, when you are typing, okay, then you're gonna move here, is about that distance. So this is basically the length of the full-size keyboard usually. But let's do a comparison to on the sound part. Okay, so usually mechanic keyboard sound is different. You can search it in the YouTube, but to here, not many people have membrane keyboard. If you have, please leave a comment below. So let's try to do the the membrane keyboard sound. This is how it sounds like. Okay, maybe I put it closer. So it doesn't have the click sound. It just pretty much sounds very normal, like a normal keyboard, but it gives you a kind of like a gaming feeling whereby you can like really click through it. You can feel the clicking sensation of the gaming keyboard. That's why it's called a gaming keyboard. Well, if I'm wrong or if I'm right, but basically this is just a membrane RGB keyboard with different lightning, and it gives you a gaming tactical feeling because the key is keycap is slightly higher than the normal typing keyboard. So that's about this Razer Cyanosa Chroma. Okay, Hi, now I have the keyboards from Imperion Sledgehammer 7. The code name is KGSO7C. So this keyboard here, yeah, I won't do the open box test. It's basically just another membrane keyboard to me with the XC7 floating keycaps. Now, what I mean here is that is basically is value for those who commoners never heard of from non-gaming. You will not hear this, but for gaming people, they will know this the 10 TKL, 10 keyless. So basically, it's just without the number pad. And when you are typing, for example, you're typing here, okay? So then when you want to move your mouse, touch your mouse, then it's basically here. And if you want to really use the number keypad, then basically you use the number row and above, at above. And what's the disadvantage here is that for like people who use number keypad a lot, like accounting, doing calculation, then basically using here is much more convenient. Using here is like occasionally you type a few numbers here. So this is become like a more minimalist, and your traveling space to distance to touch the mouse is lesser. So for comparison's sake, I'm showing you in a ruler format. Okay, so let's see. Here, the keyboard itself is like 36 cm in how you call that, in length, in width, sorry. And if you include the mouse, it's 45. So if you remember just now, using the Razer Chroma keyboard, the total length from here on the left side to the right side, including mouse, is about 55. Now it's only using the TKL, Imperial /Hammer 7, including mouse is 45. So it's 10 cm shorter. So it makes your typing a little bit, and your keyboard using input experience a little bit faster. Like I'm typing here, then I move here. Okay, so that's the difference between the how I call that, TKL and with the full-size keyboard. Now, just to have a quick review on the /Hammer 7 here, this is another membrane keyboard, okay, with all this spill resistance, rust-free metal cap, and all these things. So however, I found out, although it's a membrane, just want to show you, it's not a mechanical, not blue switch, not wrist switch. You cannot remove the keycap. If I apply some force, you can't remove it. So how's the typing sound? Sound like it's like here. Yep, it's slightly much more noisier compared to the Razer Chroma just now. He slightly have more noise, but it gives you more tactical feeling, like the gaming experience. That's the difference. And we have RGB light, so I won't comment much. It's just the standard part. And here you see, if I'm doing a gaming, here is much more shorter. Okay, and as a result, because of this distance between the the total distance from left to right, it has a more appropriate, how we call that, the length on my shoulder, because it is like my shoulder can really like relax and sit upright. Compared to the full-size keyboard, I have to move my mouse here. Okay, it's a bit out of the video's length. Then it's like it make my sitting those gesture a bit wrong. Alright, now this is the Dell computer laptop. So this is how your computer laptop layout looks like, and compared to the TKL size, is almost I would say almost have the same length of the total width. But if talking about keyboard to keyboard, for example, if I use a ruler here, the keyboard to keyboard is about 28 cm. So basically, when you are typing, you are putting your hand like this. It's even closer to each other. And if you compare it to a TKL, your ASDL, you see the ASDL arrangement is almost similar, but much more tactical feeling, I will say. Okay, and you have a different delete this extra button here for you to use, and the arrow key here. So it's more like a similar, closer to the laptop typing feeling with gaming experience. And for me, if you want me to ask my opinions, like which one is better, obviously I will use keyboard, because normal keyboard, because it has a much wider traveling space to each other. You see, as you can see, this is like a key travel. This is what I mean by key travel space, distance between each key. And for laptop, it's shorter. Okay, so if you like to type really fast, like really fast like that, like a really spider crawling, then maybe the keyboard laptop keyboard typing like the iPad smart keyboard type is provide you much more faster typing experience. For this is like more towards the, you want to differentiate between each key, like more like gaming type. I don't know, it's much more like each individual difference preference. Okay, so this is as a bonus to compare the normal full size TKL and the laptop keyboard. Now I have shown you the three type of typing keyboard experience on my desktop and on my desk. So it's whether which up to you that you want to use this, like the TKL type, the full size type to suit your typing experience is really personal preference of choice. Okay, that's all for the video today. If you like the content that I'm doing, please remember to follow me, and I look forward to see you in my next video. That's all. Bye.